Our first story, this happened back in June of 2018, so very, very recent. We don't have a lot of details as far as like what's going to happen with this. But if you work in an office or you work anywhere that has a break room, we've all experienced this. Food bandits. Human raccoons is what we call them. Those of us who don't indulge in this. You bring your lunch, you bring your food to work, you put it in the fridge, and then you go later to open it up and get your ham sandwich or whatever you bring in. And there's a bite taken out of it, or it's all gone. I actually think finding it with a bite taken out of it is more insulting, because then someone took a bite out of your food and is so callous they could put it back in the bag. If you just go and it's missing, well, they're both idiotic, but if you go and it's missing, then you think, well, man, someone ate my sandwich. But if someone took a bite out of it and put it back, it's kind of like they're spitting in your face. I have been the victim of human raccoons maybe twice in my life. It doesn't happen very often to me, but it has happened. And I know a lot of people it's happened to constantly. And both times it happened to me, I was so furious, so mad. I was thinking of ways to booby trap food. I was like, oh, maybe I could not wash my hands. And I was like, well, Jason, you don't do that anyways. That's not a booby trap. That's just normally you. But you think of ways to dirty the food, and then you realize that you could actually get in trouble for that if they get really sick and you're like, ha, I didn't wash my hands. And they're like, Jason, you never wash your hands. I'm like, but this day I was particularly messy. But this story doesn't involve a human raccoon. It involves something far more dangerous. So it's June, it's 2018. We're in Germany. So, I'm going to butcher this name. We're in the town of Schloss Holt Stukenbrock. Actually, I think I got that right. Anyways, so we're in Germany. We're in this town. And this dude goes to eat his lunch, and he's looking around, he's like, good, no human raccoons have been here. But for whatever reason, before he eats his sandwich, he looks at it. Now, I've never done that. I've never been like, time for a good meal, time for me to turn this sandwich inside out, make sure no one's done anything to it. But for whatever reason, he gets his sandwich, and he goes, And he lifts the top piece of bread off, and he notices there's something smeared, some sort of weird powdery substance smeared on his meat. And no sex joke there. He notices there's something smeared on his meat. And he goes, this is weird. I didn't put this on. I did not add any powder to any smellless, tasteless powder to my food. What is this? So he goes to his boss and he's like, hey man, there's this weird powder on my food and I don't want to get too crazy about it, but I didn't put this stuff on here. I don't know what it is. And the boss goes, well, we have video cameras in the break room, oddly enough. And the employee's like, what? You're spying on us? And the boss is like, no. Just forget I said that. But I will go into this room that has all these security monitors that aren't recording the break room. And I will then walk out with an answer of what happened in the break room. And as the employee stood there scratching his head, I don't know if that exchange actually happened. I would question why my boss was videotaping the break room. But they watch the video footage and they see another employee walk in, pull the dude's sandwich out, and start to sprinkle a powdery substance on the sandwich. And at that point, they're like, what the hell is this? What is this? We should figure out what he did. I guess there's a shorter way to say that, but... And the two guys are looking at each other, and they go, what did he do? What did he put on the sandwich? So they must have been suspicious for some point, because at that point, if I had video of someone spreading stuff on my sandwich, I would go directly talk to the person and be like, yo, bro, what'd you do? But they actually had a toxicology report run on the sandwich. And it came back, it was something called toxic acetate. Toxic acetate? Anyways, the word toxic should be enough for you. It is a tasteless, smellless, highly dangerous chemical that damages your organs. Now, when I said they must have had their suspicions about this, and that's why they had it tested, there was a reason to be suspicious. At this place of business, 21 people died before they were supposed to retire. They weren't police officers, this wasn't retiree, this was people just dying in this office building, dying before they were supposed to retire. They were older, but they were dying. 2 employees in a coma, 1 awake, survived, but on dialysis for the rest of his life. So these people were suffering organ damage, and nobody could really figure it out. They figured, maybe they're just old. And that's what happens when you get old, your organs get damaged. This guy is currently being suspected of killing 21 people, of poisoning their food. And this one dude just happened... When's the last time you've ever opened up a sandwich to check? I don't even do that at Subway. I don't even do that when strangers make my food. I guess you get to see them make your food, but they could always put something in the Chipotle Southwest salsa. But you know what I mean? I don't even check food that strangers give me, let alone food I prepare myself. Bizarre story. But again, this just happened in June of 2018, so he hasn't been convicted or anything like that. Hasn't even gone to trial, but we'll learn more. That was a clip from our daily podcast, Dead Rabbit Radio. Dead Rabbit Radio is available anywhere that you listen to podcasts. It's daily paranormal, conspiracy, and true crime news. If you want to hear the full episode that this clip came from, check the link below. Please like and subscribe. And hit that little bell, too. That does some magical stuff. Thanks, guys.